What's going on, gang? I'm out here today. It was raining most of the morning and most of the afternoon. Now it's just cloudy and it's cold. Everything's wet out here. Today on this video, I had already prepped and sandblasted the exhaust manifold for the Slant 6, the 170 for the Valiant. And normally you couldn't do painting on conditions like today because it's cool out and it's moist out, but I got a little trick to do to compensate for that. But let me go ahead and show you what I'm doing. All right, so here we are at the old swing set where I do all my painting, most of it, and we got the manifold hanging off an S hook, heavy duty S hook. And basically what I did was I got the handy dandy torch again, and all I basically did is I took the torch on full bore, just kind of stuck it in these ports for a while, each one of these ports, until this cast iron got nice and heated and you could start to see a little bit of the moisture sweat out of the metal. Anyway, I got it all warmed up, still got a lot of heat retaining, and then as you guys know, I'm already a fan of the Rust-Oleum products. This is what I use right here, High Heat Ultra. It's like 12. It says resist heat up to 1200 degrees. This stuff is like 10 times better than any VHT or Ultra or Dupli color or whatever you want to call it. The other stuff, after a while, no matter how well you prep it and slowly heat the stuff up, whether it be headers or whatever, it eventually flakes off or it bakes on and then turns into what I call a talcum powder. And when you go like this on it, you can get it off on your finger. So this stuff is the best stuff I've found. They've got it in flat black, gloss black, aluminum or silver, whatever you want to call it, probably aluminum. They've got it in, I think, brass or copper color. They got a whole bunch. Oh, they even got white. So if you want to paint your headers classic white from back in the day, you want a nostalgic look, you can do the flat white. This stuff, I've used it on other exhaust manifolds. All they did was sandblast it, blast it off with air really good, and then anyway, after I heat that up, I also, I believe this is either going to be the gloss or the flat black. I think it looks more like the gloss, but what I do is on anything like cast iron that's real porous, I lay this on really thick and then let it soak in really good. If I have to, I'll give it several coats. But this stuff works great once it bakes on. Do the regular process like you normally would do with the paint. You know, let the manifold or the header slowly warm up. Anyway. But yeah, let me go ahead and get this finished and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I got some really nice coats on this, and I believe it is the gloss black. So far it's, like I said, I put several coats on this. I think I missed one little spot here. Maybe that might have been just the reflection of what lights out here. Okay. Yeah, I'll be sure to rechase all these thread holes here. And, but anyway, as you can see, I will be going back over the gasket surfaces with an orbital DA to clean those all up. And then this one here as well. I just set the orbital DA down on that, like 320 or some 120 grit, and get this all cleaned up nice and smooth and flat. And then so that metal gasket sits on there, it'll and then what I do is I go along and add some Permatex gasket spray. I brush it on real thick and let it sit on there, and then on the opposite side on the manifold too, and I set it down on there, and I once I put that down and torque it on there, and then let it sit for a good while, and then on the manifold gaskets or slash intake gaskets, I'll do the same thing on here, and then around the ports on the head, and on the gasket itself. And then the rest of the gasket gets painted red to match the engine head. And so anyway, as you can see, when you do this, especially with this particular paint, this Rustoleum high temp paint, make sure you have well ventilation and stay upwind. This stuff's a lot more stout than a lot of the other paints are. And then just make sure you get a good coat. Check every little nook and cranny on the stuff you're painting. And this is going to be hanging up probably... I'm probably going to take this down to my dad's shed and put it up in there. There's no animals that can bug it while it's down there drying for a day or two and out of the elements and whatnot. And yeah, anyway, I also do the same paint on, like I said, besides the manifolds and the headers, I also do it on calipers and brake drums. Matter of fact, these drums here I painted, and if I get down here, I don't know if you can still see it or not, they are a little dusty, but if I was to take a microfiber cloth and run over it, they would look brand new, like I just painted them, and they've been on there for like almost 2 years. So that's how good the paint is. I haven't seen it flake or burn off or turn into a talc type consistency or fade. It stays that same color. Matter of fact, the exhaust manifold that's on the dart way back there on the Slant 6 still looks like this. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Got any questions, comments, whatever, good, bad, the ugly, feel free to leave them below. And if you watch this video or any other videos on YouTube and you like what you see, and you subscribe to them, remember, it's always free. You can come and go anytime you want. But if you subscribe, please leave a comment in the person's video comment section. That way it anchors your sub to their channel and makes your sub and that count for their channel solid. But anyway, till next time,